Hello, my name is Michael. I'll be the nurse taking care of patient KM today, and we are going to do an exam of her musculoskeletal system. So I'm just going to start by asking you some questions. So have you been having any problems with your joints?
The only thing is really my shoulder. Every once in a while, I'll notice it almost feels like it's coming out of its socket a little bit. No real pain associated with it, just kind of that weird sensation.
Okay. Does it pop or click or anything?
Maybe every once in a while, like a pop. I haven't noticed any clicking though.
Is it with like certain activity?
I've noticed it every once in a while with exercise, like lifting, or in my job, I'm a nurse, and so like lifting patients up in bed, I've kind of noticed it when doing that activity as well.
Okay. Do they have like patient lifts at work? Or...
They do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just encourage for you to use those just to prevent, any sort of injury with your joints, back injury, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So just encourage you to do that. Any pain with your joints at all, with your shoulder?
Like I said, I don't really notice pain, just kind of that weird sensation.
Okay.
Yeah. Every once in a while, maybe a little bit of back pain. Just like, just in my occupation, and then sometimes like if I sleep in our bed a little too long or something, I have some back pain even with that.
Okay. And then on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being no pain, 10 being the worst pain, what would you rate?
Maybe like a 3 or 4.
A 3 in your back?
Yeah.
3 or 4 in the back. How would you describe the pain?
It's like an ache.
Aching?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does it get better or worse with certain activities?
After I get up, usually, and move around, it's fine.
So like some motion decreases it. Do you take any medications for it?
No.
Ever? Do you do like heat or cold?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So then where at in your back, what is it usually?
It seems kind of like right in the middle of my back, and sometimes even in my my shoulder blade area.
Like upper middle?
Yeah.
Shoulder. Okay. Okay. And then kind of when did that start, or has it always, you had it for several years?
Yeah, I don't really remember a start date. I mean, several years.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then let's see. Is your pain associated with any like chills, fever, recent sore throat, any trauma, repetitive activity?
Like I said, maybe just the repetitive activity with like my job.
Okay.
Yeah.
With your back pain?
Not the back pain. That's more with sleep, but
the
shoulder.
Pain.
Oh.
Yeah, the pain. Is the pain associated with
No.
Fever, chills, sore throat? Okay.
No.
Any stiffness in your joints?
No. I mean, maybe you can say there's some stiffness in the back with the whole, the sleeping and stuff when I get up.
Okay. Any swelling, heat, redness in your joints?
No.
If you had a tick bite that you've noticed or anything? Any limitation of movement in any joints?
No.
Okay. And then how about your knee joints? Have you had any injury to your knee? Any limitation of movement with that? Any pain? Okay. Any muscle pain or cramping?
No, not, I mean, when I lift weights every once in a while, just like the normal muscle soreness after lifting weights. But yeah, that's it.
Okay. Do you do anything to help relieve muscle pain after
stretching?
Working out. Stretching relieves it. Cool. Awesome. All right. Any bone pain or any trauma, any fractures, sprains? Okay. All right. For your activities of daily living, do you have any issues with muscle, bone problems that create like any limits on your activities of daily living?
No.
Okay. And then are there any occupational hazards? I know you mentioned like lifting patients up in bed. Again, just encourage you to use the lifts that they provide. Any other like occupational hazards with
just
work?
Maybe being on my feet for long periods of time, like just that, I would say. Yeah.
What kind of shoes do you wear at work?
I have some pretty nice tennis shoes. I usually change them probably every 2 to 3 years. Okay. And I get sometimes like the inserts, but I try to get nicer tennis shoes for work.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Any questions or concerns before we get started?
Nope.
Okay, so first I'm gonna have you just sit up like you are. So I'm going to kind of just palpate your jaw here, and I'm gonna have you, open, okay, close, open again. Is there any clicking that you feel with that?
Every once in a
I
while,
feel
there's
kind
a
of
little bit
some
of a
click.
click, yeah.
And then move your jaw out, and then side to side. Okay. All right. So any pain with that?
No.
Okay. And I didn't feel, other than the clicking, I didn't feel like any swelling or anything. I'll have you go ahead and stand up. I'm gonna have you put your chin to your chest. Chin to your chest. Okay, so I'm just gonna palpate your neck here, your spine down to your C7. That looks straight and symmetrical. Is there any pain with that?
Nope.
Okay, so then next we're gonna do range of motion of your neck. I'm gonna have you look up, okay, look down, okay, and then side to side. Great. Is there any pain?
No.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna not push, but I'll have you push against my hand. Okay, okay, so that was strong bilaterally. Again, any pain, just let me know if you have pain throughout. So shoulders, I'll have you go ahead. I'm going to push down. I'll have you push up against my hands. Okay, that's really good. That's symmetrical and strong. I'll have you put your hands up and behind your head. Okay, perfect. And then I'll have you go ahead and swing your arms up and then go the other way too. Just make sure you have, and then when you go the other way, go ahead and swing them behind you as far as you can. Okay, great, looks good. Again, no pain. I didn't hear any clicking or popping of any of so far of what we've done. Everything looks good and symmetrical. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and palpate your shoulders and arms here. I'll have you take your jacket off here so I can... So I'll have you stand there. I'm just going to feel... So I'm not feeling any masses or anything like that. Any pain with anything? I don't feel any I don't see any redness or swelling. Any pain in your hands or wrists?
Nope.
Okay. This side. Do you type a lot?
Not as much. Now that I work more with patients. I had an office job for a few years there.
Okay.
But now I'm a lot more active. But I do work on a computer, that's not the majority of my job anymore.
Okay. All right. So I'll have you flip your hands supine, pronation. Okay, and then I'll have you flip your hands up and down. Okay, and then just the fingers like the up and then down. Okay. Go ahead and push up. Okay, push down. And then just fingers push against my hands and then pull back. Okay, great. All right, looks good. Next, I'll have you go ahead and lay down for me, and I'm going to palpate your hips. So I'm just going to see if there's any issues with that. Okay, is there any pain when I do that?
No.
Have you had any hip pain or popping or anything?
I have some popping in my hips.
Okay.
Sometimes.
When do you notice the popping?
Just sometimes if I swing my leg back, it's during some exercise, but no pain associated with it.
Okay. All right. So I'll have you swing your leg out and in, and I'll have you do it with both.
Okay.
Let me, yeah. Okay, and then the other one, out, in. Okay, and then up and, okay, and the other one. And this time I'll have you go ahead and swing your knee in. So in, So then I'll have you push it this way, okay, and then out. Any pain with that? Okay. In, out, okay. All right. Let's see, I'll have you go ahead and I'll have you with your knee bent, make sure, let's do it again here, and I'll make sure and push against. So push against my hand this time, okay, and then in, perfect. And then the same thing with this leg, out and in. Okay, looks good, nice and strong. Everything looks symmetrical. All right, and then I'll look at your ankles and feet. So I'm just gonna take your socks off here. Okay. So I'm just gonna palpate any pain, tenderness, okay. Have you been having any foot pain at work? I know you said you're on your feet quite a bit.
I really haven't noticed much foot pain, honestly.
That's good. Okay. All right, so then I'm just gonna have you push against my hands, okay, and then pull back. Okay, perfect. That was nice and strong and equal. All right, so then let's see. I'll have you move your feet in and out. Perfect, out. Okay, that looks great. So then let's go ahead and sit kind of just on the side of that. Okay, so I'm just gonna palpate your knees now. Mine just popped. Have you noticed any popping in your knees or anything? Any knee pain? Okay, so those feel good. I don't feel any masses or swelling and there's not tenderness or anything. So I'll have you kick your leg out. Okay, and then the other leg. Perfect. All right. Almost done here. So I'm gonna have you go ahead and stand up here, and I'm just gonna have you put your leg out straight, and then I'm gonna have you bend your knee back, and then I'm gonna go ahead and have you kick back. You can hold on to something too, you don't have to try to balance it. Okay, and then the other one, I mean, if you can balance, that's great. So yeah, out and then back and then kick, yeah, perfect. Okay. So then I'm just gonna look at your back here. So I'm just going to inspect, it looks symmetrical. I'm just going to have you, and make sure with posture and everything, just kind of make sure you have your shoulders pulled back just a little bit. And just looking up straight, that looks good. Okay, so I'll just palpate your vertebrae here. It is midline. Everything is symmetrical. I don't feel any bulging or anything, and there's no tenderness, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right, and then I'll go ahead and have you bend over, and you can just touch here, yeah, that's fine. So the back is straight. Again, it's symmetrical. I don't see any abnormalities with that. You can go ahead and stand up. And then I'll go ahead and have you put your hands on your hips. You can turn this way. There you go. So, all right, so then I'll have you just bend side to side without moving your hips. And then I'll have you rotate just your back without moving your hips too much. Very good. All right, well, that will conclude our musculoskeletal examination. Thank you.